developments. Good night to the people over there in Australia. Um, Good morning to America. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The dollar is so weak today, it ain't funny. Equity markets, the equity markets are on the move. It's a good day for all tech stocks. I'm pretty sure the Nasdaq is headed to the sky. Uh, Let me see here. You tuned in to the headquarters. It's Frederick Jackson. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to go over a few of the currencies, the major currencies. Right now, what we're looking at is the pound versus the yen. The pound is a pretty risky asset. I mean, a pretty risky currency. So look what's going on during the daily chart. Look, this all today. As you can see, my cursor is, green means well. Look at the complete power of today compared to all the other days. We have broke resistance on the daily chart. Now, let's go to the hourly chart. Well, the 4-hour chart. Well, let's go to the hourly chart here. This is the Great Britain pound. Whoa! Now what do we see here? The yen is weak, but we see rejection. So I hope this may be a buying opportunity for some. I'm not sure, but we will be coming back to the pound. I want to look at how the US dollar is faring against the pound. I mean, the US dollar is faring against the yen. Okay. Let's look at the daily chart here. The US dollar is weak today, guys. Apparently, the US dollar is the weakest currency. The US dollar is weak today, which is good for the market, which is good for Bitcoin. Last time I checked, Bitcoin was at around 20 something, 22,000. So that's good. But this is the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. 30-minute chart here. What do we have? A bunch of mumbo jumbo going on, but we started off the week bullish, guys. So let's see if the dollar continues to weaken. We got CPI data coming up tomorrow around 5:30 a.m. We got inflation numbers coming up, guys, and that's going to determine so much. If we have lower inflation, that means that the Fed may have an incentive to line up a little bit. They may decide to, hey, let's not go 75 this time. But you got to be careful. You just got to watch the numbers. So 5:30 a.m. we're going to be checking it out for sure tomorrow. But back to the charts. Let's look at the euro today. Man, the euro and the US dollar seem confused here. I want to look at the daily chart. I want to look at what happened all the way today. It's been a big green day apparently. But that's a big wick. I'm not sure if you guys can see that wick. But the euro and the dollar are trying to battle out to see who the weakest. Ain't that funny? You guys don't think I'm funny, huh? Nothing funny about this. Money getting made. This may be a buying opportunity, but hey, I'm not one to want to buy the euro at the moment. I'm super interested in the pound. So let's go to the pound versus the US dollar. And we're going to look at the daily chart. What happened today? We see a lot of pressure here with the pound. The pound is showing its strength. This all rejection. It didn't like being down here. Let's see. Will this become now a bull's market for the pound? I don't know what we got winter coming up. I'm constantly yelling about Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin. The market isn't showing me anything about Vladimir. Everything's turned around. Man. Everything's turned around. But we see a little rejection. That was nothing but a buying opportunity right there. Yeah. This potentially looking like a buying opportunity. Let's zoom out. Can this thing continue to go up here? Now we got some, you know what I'm saying? What is this about? Why didn't it like being here? Let's be real. What level is that? We gonna zoom out some more. Let me go back. Go to the 4-hour chart here. This is the Great Britain pound versus the United States dollar. When it's green, that means the pound's gaining power. As you can see, the dollar has been strong for so long. You know, it's been king dollar for a while. I was waiting on the rejection. We have to see. Now, this is all, I feel like, I ain't gonna say I feel like it's mumbo jumbo, but this is all love. When you think about, when you think about it. Tomorrow we got the biggest news coming up. This is the most watched data this year. Inflation. That's all we've been talking about. Inflation. Let's see if the Fed has been right about what they're doing. And if inflation is, we got to see how the market's going to react. Because if inflation's still coming in strong and hot, we may see this whole thing flip back around and the dollar continue to gain strength again. But let me go back and look at that US dollar versus the yen, because yeah, this may be the trade to take. If you're thinking about dollar strength, if you're thinking that the Fed is going to be, if you're thinking that the numbers tomorrow is going to be hot, if you're thinking it's going to be still hot, you think inflation still is going to be hot, you might be wanting to buy this doggone thing right here, expecting it to shoot up some more. Because oil is at trading around $90 per barrel. And I was hearing, on Bloomberg, they even said that this may be a buying opportunity for oil. That's not good. Well, that's not good for your pocket, so to say, I guess. The average man, we like it around $90 a barrel. Let's see what if it hangs out at $100 a barrel, let's see what it does. But as you can see, we faced some rejection. We didn't want to see. Basically, I think this right here is just waiting for tomorrow, waiting on the news. We got a lot of news coming up, a lot of data dropping this week as far as Great Britain, the UK, and the United States. All of those numbers are going to be dealing with inflation. We're going to be able to gauge to see inflation, see what we got going on. So, consumer inflation and all that. So, let's see how we can rock here. Let me see. Let me see if I can do CAD JPY. Let's look at the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar's continued strength for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the past week almost, the Canadian dollar has been strong. Why so optimistic? I see that the Canadian their whole housing market has plummeted. They're saying that everything's to the floor. All this stuff over there is cheap, all of that. So, I'm looking for the Canadian dollar to fall somehow. I'm not sure what's gonna make it fall, but compared to the yen, everybody's beating up on the yen, and they don't care actually. You gotta find a chart, find a graph. Let's look at the euro versus the yen. The yen is rebounding right now during this U.S. session apparently. But guess what's going to happen? I'm pretty sure it's going to be all back to scheduled programming once the market open back up again. The New Zealand session and whatnot. But yeah, this is the euro chart. Today is a good day for equities for sure. The euro is beating out the pound. Beating out the yen. But like I said, it's a big wick right here, so it's a big battle to see who the weakest. As you can see, all risk assets are dominating. The Aussie is doing great. Okay, let's look at the Aussie versus the US dollar. Well, I don't got it. Nope. Yes, I do. Let's see. Yup. No rejection. No rejection. Still up top. All risk assets are doing great. You into taking risks, if you're in the equity market, you're doing great right now. And we may see continuation, but tomorrow, the rest of this week gonna be a shaky week. I'm predicting volatility. I feel like we may be volatile for the most for the most part. As I reiterate, we still got Vladimir Putin. Everybody's all excited because Ukraine took back some of their territory, right? They just flat out said we're going to continue to need weapons because, let's be honest, Vladimir Putin can annihilate those people. He can bomb them to death and all that crap if he really wanted to. This is fool's gold. This is set up for a drop. We've seen this before. I feel like the US dollar has more strength to go compared to the Australian dollar, though I'm not sure. This is what you do when there's a good day. You go out and you buy the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, or you buy the pound versus the yen, or you buy the New Zealand dollar. When you're feeling optimistic, when we feel like the world is being optimistic. But as I reiterate, I'm not one to be super optimistic right now, knowing what's all going on. Just because a losing country kind of gained a little bit of ground, that's not whatever. Other factors play in it, but me personally, let's be real here. I'm not in La La Land. But back to the pound. We're gonna see this going on. When you want to trade, that's why being up at 3 a.m. is so important, because this all goes down around the London session. And we're gonna see a little bit of rejection. But if you want to get involved, and if you want to see a great position, get in, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Eastern time. You're gonna see a ton of moves. That's all I do. I sit and watch this here. The pound doing great against the yen today. Yesterday, this was a flag set. Friday, you got your candle textbook, You know what I'm saying? If you got your candle textbook and you saw this big wick down here, you would be like, oh, I gotta buy. Also, if you saw that wick down here the day before, you would have bought and you would have got ravaged. But hey, what we do after good days, I can expect a good day. You want to try to buy the pound? Go for it. We're just seeing a great time. And look at the range. You don't want to trade in this right here. You buy down here or something, but you can't make any money in this climate right here. We gotta wait until it break resistance or whatnot. But what time is it? Almost 10 o'clock Eastern time? It is 10 o'clock Eastern time. London is shutting down. It's 5 o'clock in London. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day in London. So, no other market is open but the United States. So why would we won't see much volatility. We won't see much movement. But as far as setting up for tomorrow, I'm looking to get long. US dollar. Okay, I'm looking to get long US dollar. This has potential to be a nut. After this has potential to be a green day. And I want to see. Let me go to the 4-hour chart, cause you really can't play no zone. Like, especially dealing with this news, man. The news will move the market. So let me change this color now. I'm looking for this to be green. I'm looking for to buy this down here. And let me get back. I'm on a 4-hour chart. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see what we dealing with. Boom. Okay, where would my stop loss be at? You want a pretty decent stop loss around here. Get you a decent little stop loss down here or something. Got a column or something. It's bound to tap down here, and boop. I may set a buy stop down there. If it doesn't get touched, it just doesn't get touched. But I see more power in the dollar. I'm going to pay attention to the news. I'm going to pay attention to the charts. The charts is telling me right here that we got potential for to go up. But hey, who wants to argue with the charts, man? See, we live from Atlanta. We know not to argue with the chart, but what we see is what we see here, guys. Boom. Upward momentum. Now I'm having a good time now. Upward momentum. We see a little rejection here. Bam. Look at that. It just, you got different zones and different layers and whatnot. But how do you really want to trade? You really want to trade hedge. You really want to trade like the big boys. You want to catch you a buy and hold your position for a while. You don't necessarily have to get married. So if you get stopped out of your position, get stopped out. I caught a buy, man. What I buying at? 130 round. I was around this area, 136, and I held it. I'm stopped out now, of course. I'm not taking no 100 pip. But no, I'm not falling back, but I can re-engage again. But I held for so long, man. I got stopped out around. What was that? Friday. I got stopped out Friday, but it was a good week though for the U.S. dollar. Complete power. We busted out of this zone, so we gotta take. We're gonna come back down a little bit, but you see, look what happened a while back. What is this? July. We see all that rejection just for it to rebound. You want to get on the right side of things. Are we potentially on the side of the weakness of the dollar? Hey, if we get crazy inflation numbers and we like, oh, inflation has gone down. If inflation has gone down now, and you guys paying a different amount for your apples and whatnot at the store and for your Pampers and whatnot, we may see the dollar weaken, man. And that may be nice. I'm pretty sure Joe Biden's going to be excited about that. He's going to be able to talk a lot about that. So, but inflation has been sticky. So, don't be fooled. I'm not going to be fooled. I'm not going to be fooled. But, yeah. Pretty much done went over. Pretty much gone over everything that we needed to discuss. Like I said, looking at the USD and the CAD, the Canadian dollar is on a tear, and it looks so good. Some people really prefer to trade. Look how good this looks. Looks so uniform. The same, if you'd have been like, oh, it was a negative day yesterday, so let me sell. We could just be continuing to ride this thing here. But we're in an alarming zone. This is alarming, guys. Look where we're at. Horizontal trend line. Set. Alright, look. Look where we at. Shall we touch down there? Shall we push back up? Who knows, This is exciting, actually. I was wondering what the US dollar would do at all-time highs. Gold is pumping right now. Bitcoin. You got oil kind of going up. I'm not excited to hear that oil's going up, but take your emotions out the market. Kind of wish oil would stay down a little bit. But hey, whatever. Let's go to the red. We seen heavy rejection up here. Why didn't it like being up there? Let's go back. Did it before. The US dollar is limited on strength. We know that. So when it reaches a certain point, it likes to turn around. Do the hokey pokey. Now we just need more news to jackknife us back up. We got so many more, like, okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, we got CPI data coming out. Dude, then you got, okay, the UK and them got stuff coming out too, but man, it's King Dollar though. It's King Dollar. Let us have some weak inflation data, some weak inflation numbers. I want to see if it coming in hot. I cannot wait. I gotta travel and go back. I'm going back to visit my family for a couple of days, but hopefully I'll still be able to stream. It won't be the elaborate setup like I got here, but we will be still reviewing because we need to know what's going on in this market here. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm going to trade the London session tonight, but look at here, we breaking through resistance on the 4 hour. Let me look at this 5 hour chart. Now the 5 minute chart is what I look at to enter or exit, and to see the real whoop the bam at the moment. And at the moment, we're seeing continued strength for the Canadian dollar. Or, you know what? I would say strength in the Canadian dollar, because the US dollar is weak. Let me look here. Let me look here too. Yeah, the US dollar is weak across the board. Fold, dollar, fold. The dollar is folding in our face. Now, what is the yen doing though? The yen is strengthening up on them too. So the yen is strong, the dollar is weak. Well, I wouldn't say the yen is strong. Shit. The yen is strengthening. Well, yeah, whatever. It's just only so far up, well, so far down, so to say that the yen can go. I mean, how much of a punching bag can it be? The Canadian dollar. But yeah, man, this is gonna be it. I'm pretty much done. My overall sentiment though, that the pound is looking good. I must reiterate, the pound is looking good, but I'm not looking into getting involved with the pound, especially with all this news coming up. I'm ready to get my stop loss moving, move the break even, and see what the news do. If it start me out, whatever. I just, I'm just ready to set a trade, get my stop loss move, the break even, and adios. Adios, amigos. But yeah, I'm looking to buy this thing. Or, hey, we get down here. We get down here. I might trade that thing. Trade it in on. If you get down there, I may mess around and buy. Bada bing, bada boom. Then I will have my stop loss set right here where the other green one is. Well, let me change that to red. My favorite color, red. But yeah, I don't really feel like doing all that, so we're gonna just keep it a bean. That's gonna be my new stop loss around. What's that? Can't really tell how many pips that is. Maybe like 40 or something. A lot of pips though. A lot of pips on my stop loss. I don't like to get stopped out. That's why, you risk low, let your stop loss be low, and hold your long trade, hold your trades, man. Them holding them trades for a long time instead of, a lot of quick trades. The quick trades are all good, you know what I'm saying, when you feel like risking it. But as beginners, I would say low risk, hold your trades. You ain't got to marry them, but hold your trades. And once you start risking heavy, secure your profits. Once you learn how to secure your profits, you can risk a little heavy. But I would say low trades. We don't know what we're doing. We can't predict. We can't predict everything. There's been a big old nothing for the dollar versus the yen today. A whole bunch of nothing happened. The real action was with the pound today. Smart money bought the pound today. Oh man, what do we see here? Oh man, that thing pumping, dog. The pound is pumping. Broke resistance. We was in that no trade zone for a minute. I was just saying, what happened when I say when it get out of there? If it shoots above, let's buy. Ooh, that thing looking good, man. Enjoy it while you can, equity market. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be some doom and gloom to come and rain on your parade. Enjoy. Look at the pound, man. It's so cool, bro. The pound pumping as we speak. Oh, let me buy. No, I ain't buying. You buy that pound right now, that thing gonna come back down here. It may return back up top, but you gonna be in for wine fest. See what I'm saying? It's dropping on down a little bit. Well, let's see if we can continue. Let's go to the hourly chart. Yeah, we've been here before. Wait a minute, we hadn't really been here past couple hours now. These are higher highs. This is what you call a higher high. It's a higher high. Let's just watch here and see what goes on. I'm thinking it's gonna go back down, but it did break resistance. Broke resistance on the daily chart. Just plowed through resistance on the daily chart. Let's look what's happening. Oh, it did everything it took over from last week. So this is the weekly chart here. Be great. A great time to be alive though. I don't know what everybody got going on, but hopefully you guys are staying encouraged and holding it down. Because the pound, hey, the yen ain't holding that pound down. The beat on, we pick on that. We pick on them because we know like they're gonna print like a gazillion yen. We don't care, The yen, the Japanese are our allies. We're gonna protect them. As long as they protect us with them, But the pound was the move. The pound was the move today, guys. You want to know is the dollar done? I don't think the dollar is done. Everybody's wondering is I have seen the dollar get ripped though. Let me go somewhere. Let me go somewhere and see. Well, let me see when, because it was a time I just kept buying the pound versus the dollar. Let me go back. You see how high up we had to go up there to fall like that. So that's how weak the dollar was. If you look at this. The dollar was so weak, man. Like it was up so high. That thing just plummeted. Let's look at the weekly chart here. Zoom in. Wait a minute. Guess I'm zoomed in as far as I can go, man. No, I ain't. I'm tripping. You tripping, bruh. Let me go back. Look at the week. Look at this. Like the pound was up so high, man. The pound was so strong. It's ridiculous. What? Like, what do we expect gonna happen again? Be real. That pound is bound to come back up, man. We just gotta get through this. Wait a minute. Yeah, I drew that up too. That was a sell signal. But the pound is bound to go back up. Like, history repeats itself. History repeats itself. So, come on, man. I feel like, man, we in for a pretty big surprise. We in for a pretty big surprise. Let's just check out this CPI data. Let's see what inflation does. Because it's time to, we at the point, look where we at. Ooh, woo. It's some dogs buying, alright? It's some dogs getting ready to engage. Are you one of the dogs? Are you? Will you look? Let me change the color of this so we can make it make sense. They say make it make sense, man. Well, I got you. I'll make it make sense for you. Change that to green. Make it make sense, man. Goodness. You want to talk about a swing trade? Get in a buy then. Get in a buy. Get in a buy. This right. So if the inflation numbers come in weak, I'm I'm looking to buy this right here, dog. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm looking to set a stop loss down here where that blue at. I like blue too. But I'm changing that to red. Man, what do we have like? What do we have here? The pound, man, the pound had potential to shoot. Look at all that bearish pressure though. Man, that US dollar strong. That, like, look at this, man. It just bounced off of that, but guys, can you see? Can you see? I get kind of excited a little bit here because, man, I see opportunity like a mug here. And I bet you the NASDAQ still pumping. And Bitcoin is pumping. We're a little too high right now. We overextended. This has potential to drop more, but dog, I want, like, can we see parity? Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, man. Can we go down here to parity, man? Can we get to where the pound equals $1 US though? 1 pound equal $1 US. That'd be like, man. They didn't think that the euro would ever do that though. The pound just got to get some weird news. Like I'm saying, I'm seeing now, right now, live that the Russian troops are retreating from Kyiv. You know, that may be causing for this optimism, but what does that mean? Like, Putin said, well, we regrouping. Putin said we regrouping. Like, he ain't letting up. We made it up here. Let's see. The US dollar like to play levels and like to fool people. I know, like, I guarantee you we get some hot data. This thing gonna continue to fall. I'm going wishy-washy because that's what we can do as day traders. We can flip-flop our position. We're not invested in, well, I'm subpar investing in the dollar, but like, we're not invested in these trades. We're just taking them. Point blank. We can flip our position as soon as we want to and exit the trade as soon as we want to. It just doesn't, it's not essential. Like, your livelihood is not dependent upon the pound when you buy that pound. And the pound is doing great. Like I said, it bounced off all this. That was a good buy signal on a 5 minute chart. Look at that candle. If you guys Google candle stick cheat sheets, that'll be like, that'll be glaring at you. That wick, I'm not sure if you guys can see. Yes, y'all can see the wick. You see that wick right there, that little line, that means it was red, but something shot it up. It didn't like that area. And it continued to shoot it up. And as we speak, it's continuing to shoot up. Now we see some mumbo jumbo here though. Like, if you want to trade range, get in the sale. Or get out of the trade. Be ready to buy again somewhere down here. This is the Great Britain pound versus the United States dollar though. Look at the dollar weak everywhere. This is the euro versus the dollar. Weak everywhere. I want to see what that yen doing to it though. I enjoy talking about that yen. Oh, the yen really yanked it around and rejected it. Look, you see that right there? That has potential to keep going down, but it's not enough power. Whoa, give me some more power. Let me see something. This thing gonna probably come back down here. Stretch him out. Stretch him out. Go on down some more, dog. Go on down so I can buy you. You go on down, my trade gonna get activated. Yeah. What? Yeah, we looking. We're looking at the dollar versus the yen. Just trying to see, like, what we got. What we got. Will we see continued strength from the dollar? Is the dollar strength over? it's just gonna be a dead chart, because when the dollar ain't strong, this becomes a dead chart. This becomes a dead chart unless it's ultra turmoil. Then the yen gains strength. But this is a dead chart if the dollar just ain't powerful. It'll trickle down a little bit and fiddle fart down. But when the dollar weak, I'm going to that pound, or I'm going to the Aussie, the Australian dollar. I used to partake in the New Zealand dollar, but the spread has become so ugly with the New Zealand dollar that we just stick with the Australian dollar, which is doing great. Which is doing great against the yen. So in times like this, no, I wouldn't go and buy this tomorrow. Let's check it out first, because the yen got so weak. When was that? 5 o'clock. Let me go to that. I'm serious. The euro popped so hard. Yes, was it to? I guess that was yesterday at 5. My days run together sometimes because I sleep on European time. But we ain't do all that. I need to go back for the hourly to show y'all. It popped so hard. What time was this? 2300 o'clock Eastern time. So that was around, whatever, that thing popped hard. Yep. That was around the time that it opened. Because it was 21. 22, 23. Yeah. The euro popped really hard. That made me wonder what would the pound do. Now, like I said, when the euro going crazy, the pound gets dumb. Okay, we see rejection here, yeah. Let me see what the US dollar, did it go back down? I knew that thing was gonna try to touch down here. It's gonna go down there somewhere on the 5 minute. It's gonna continue down until we gotta get that news. Either the news is gonna catapult the dollar, or the news is gonna weaken the dollar. What it sound like? Tomato. One or the other something gonna happen here, and we're gonna be here to see it, and I'm gonna be here to trade it. Can't wait too. I'm waiting on that news, man. Yeah. But yeah, I'm seeing now on the news that the Ukrainian, what is that? The Ukrainian prime minister, whatever, he's saying that the Russians need to back off because they getting too close to the nuclear facilities and whatnot. Like, come on, man. Fool's gold to go out here and buy this pound during this. Cause you mean to tell me they actually winning? Like Ukraine actually gaining some momentum? Oh, the pound rejected that. It's going up. You mean to tell me? So if it break through this, it's gonna continue up. But you mean to tell me that the pound is gonna continue to have this strength? And if Putin start really bombing those people with what he got, the dude got nukes, man. Like, if he get pissed off, man, whatever. This is trying times. So buying a risk asset is very risky. Buying a risk asset is very risky. Sad choice of words. Buying a risk asset though is, during this time of turmoil, man, it's like going off and buying Dogecoin again. Wait till Dogecoin fall. I know some guys that did good with Dogecoin. I know some guys that did horrible with it. Thanks to Elon Musk. But yeah, that's it though. I'm finna call it. I just had to do a quick review. We're looking at buying the pound versus the US dollar, and buying the pound versus the yen if we get inflation data tomorrow that's lower than previously. Because that inflation data has been sticky, it's been stuck, okay? I mean, every time we get high numbers, it coming in hot, and everybody, the Fed say, yeah, we'll yank y'all into a recession if we have to. We're gonna get these inflation numbers down, we gotta get our money back. So, with that being said, we're looking to buy the US dollar if the inflation numbers come in hot, okay? It has been coming in hot, but with oil being low at the moment, oil being low, I'm not necessarily sure I'm not necessarily sure inflation gonna be sticky, man. We just have to see. I wish I had some insider knowledge and whatnot, but I have to sit here and wait till 5:30 tomorrow, just like everybody else on the planet does too. So I just won't necessarily take a trade probably until I see, or if I see a position I like and I can get my stop loss move to break even, I will take the trade. But I won't take a trade to where my stop loss may get hit prior to the news. So we're gonna watch the news first, see what the news says. We may react to the news because a lot of the time it's a rage reaction. So let's show here. Let me just go ahead to US dollar. When the news first drop, it'll just shoot up, boom, shoot up to the sky. Then it'll shoot back down. Then it'll shoot back up. Then it'll go back to its normal position. So as a trader, we see when it shoots up, we see when it's reaching its peak and its level. Some guys tend to place a sell up there and then they ride it down and then they close their trade at the bottom, right? Or they'll buy at the bottom and close it at the top. It's just vice versa, you know. That's for veteran traders, that's for risk takers, that's for guys who don't really mind losing, because you tend to lose a lot on that, doing that. But yep, as far as news, that's my sentiment. Good news, well, inflation news can't be good or bad, it's just data. So high inflation data, we're buying that dollar. Okay, we're buying that dollar. We're gonna push that dollar up. Bad inflation data, low inflation. If inflation coming down, shoot, we might buy the Canadian dollar. But the pound so overextended. Let's go back to it one more time, guys. The pound is so overextended. Man, I'm looking into getting involved in that pound, making that thing go up, riding that pony up. But hey, good luck, guys. Obviously, y'all. I don't think I'm no, I'm not gonna do the close. We may do the London Open. Talk about which trades we placed or whatnot. Yep. But I'm not really even sure what time it is over here though. Yeah. So we like an hour into trading. Well, equity markets. And I'm sure equity's going to the moon. And commodities got the potential to go to the moon too if the Fed don't keep their foot off of them. If inflation comes back a little weak, that gives oil a reason to go ahead and shoot up a little bit. Yeah, the dollar's weak. I'm seeing the NASDAQ up a whole percent and the S&P 500 up a whole percent. Apple is up 2.7%. So good day for equity markets. So you know, hey, you want to catch a position and buy in the NASDAQ? Get in there and get out of there. Cause this market is so volatile, I wouldn't hold. But good luck to all y'all. What time is it? So good night to y'all over there in Tokyo. And in Sydney, Australia, good night to y'all too. It's midday, so I hope you guys enjoying lunch over there in Europe. And good morning again to America. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. Well, we out of here.